Mama told me when the thunder comes that a drunk donkey be coming on for me to listen to what he'd say. If I did song, it'd help me the stormy day. I can get the symbol where the man gets you something, love and understand. I can get the symbol where the man you can catch him on the show with Tom and Dave. That's right.
And all right, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Yes, Shelly's online. Good morning, Shelly. And we got the counter down. Look, I mastered it. I did it. All right. All right, well, good morning, Conehead Nation. I got the internet's a little choppy today. I'm going to close some windows here. Just be safe. It's buffering a little bit. Our neighborhood's been dealing with some internet issues, but we got fixed up. Luckily, I had a couple Mike's Weather Page fans, and it's a little red right now, so that's not good. So hopefully we're going to be all right. All right, so first and foremost, obviously today's Veterans Day. Thank you, veterans, those that have served, those that are serving. This day is for you. Unfortunately, we're talking about weather here, at least in Florida. So I know they've had to cancel a lot of ceremonies today. Let's hope the internet comes back. It's glitchy, I know. I'm looking at it. But again, thank you, veterans. Unfortunately, like I mentioned, I don't know if I cut out, but we had to cancel a lot of ceremonies in Florida today. Obviously, we're tracking Ada. And we're going to go over everything. So everything's kind of panned out like we talked about. I'm going to go really quick because the things are happening in real time. Of course, everybody on the west coast of Florida's got their notices. Schools are closed. Pinellas County, Pasco County, Hillsborough, sending kids home early. School's closed tomorrow, which, believe it or not, tomorrow might be a nice day. So this thing is speeding up. The puppies are here. Let's say hey, really quick to the puppies because they're on my lap. They knew what time it was. So we'll give the puppies 30 seconds each. I'll say hi to everybody real quick, and then we're going to go straight into the weather, I promise. So we got Ada. Ada is down there, and really quick, we got a lot of question marks. Okay, we under a tornado watch on the Florida West Coast. Ada is now a hurricane, but man, the satellite presentation does not look very impressive at all. So we're kind of watching this in real time. I'm not going to underestimate what we might get out of the storm, but the satellite imagery is not showing a lot right now. Dry air is indeed invading from the western side. So there's Hunter, Hurricane Hunter. This day is all about you, the Hurricane Hunter, right? Right. And then let's say hey to Louie real quick. Everybody loves our dogs. Louie's giving me the look like, Dad, you always do me first. So there's Louie. As always, our chats are brought to you by ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Obviously, today is the day, Florida. Go to ABC and buy liquor. Liquor and beer. So this is on their site. This looked good. Apple flavored whiskey. You cannot go wrong with that. So there's my pick of the day. Right below Hurricane Hunter beer. So here's a live look at the Keys while we wrap up Louis time. This is some pretty wavy, squally weather down in the Keys. They're definitely getting hit harder now than 2 days ago. Where I was at Key Largo, everything to the west towards the Keys was pretty much dry. Now they're getting hit hard. Definitely, this is a dude out there. He's going to get hit. What's he doing, Louis? He's getting wet. Let's hope a wave doesn't come and just swallow him up. Oh, now he should have been standing on the other side. This is live. I'll show you the link. Oh, he's going to get it. Man, he should be standing over here. Go on the other side, dude. Pinellas County Schools calling me. Dude, you missed it. You should have been on the other side. So, there we go. All right. There's the Keys. All right, so we're going to go now. See you, buddy. All right. So here's what's happening. We got to talk weather. So I'm not gonna be able to read too many comments, but we got craziness happening. All right. First and foremost, too, I just shared this. All right. Listen. So as we have learned tracking storms, we are within like 12 hours window of what's happening. So the best place for information on my site. Again, thank you, veterans. This is about you guys today and girls. I say guys for girls, but you know what I mean. So today's Veterans Day. My dad's a veteran, so he was in the Air Force at Patrick Air Force Base over in Melbourne. But the best place to look for information for your area is this map right here. I can't stress this enough. This map right here. You click on that and you go to here, and you can click on your individual county, and that takes you to your local office from the National Weather Service. Okay, they're going to give you the most recent, up-to-date information that you need. Okay, because everybody's got a million questions. It's impossible. It's impossible to pinpoint every spot. So at this point in the game, that's a great site, and this is where you're going to see all the watches and warnings. Okay, we have storm surge watches. Like for example, where I live, I can click closer, and we can actually get storm surge watch, hurricane statement, flash flood watch, tropical storm warning, high surf advisory, rip current statement, hurricane watch, tornado watch. I got them all. So there you go. Now Thursday, most schools are closing tomorrow, but that's important. So here's what's happening with this. Now look, this storm over the last 4 hours, I mean, it looks like it's falling apart to me, all right? It's not officially, but man, the infrared cloud tops have disappeared. Not the clouds, but cold cloud tops, indicating thunderstorms. So this is interesting. This is only like the last 3-4 hours. Very, very fascinating to watch in real time. So that's happening now. Pay attention to that. If we start to see, pops of color here, then it's reforming a strong core. The core is there. The winds are there. It's this dry air. This is on Weather Nerds. This dry air has finally, pushed its way in, and might be choking our system. So let's hope that's the case. The hurricane hunters were just out there. They don't have a mission out yet, I don't think, but they have found 984 pressure. This is on tropicaltidbits.com. But look, 984 is very, very low. That's lower than Ada was during Key Largo. So that's why we have hurricane force winds, right? And these are kind of heading up, north, Fort Myers northward. Curious about here, this area here is drying up. So, but we are, regardless of thunderstorms, we still are going to have winds. Okay, that's the deceiving part. Coastal flooding, coastal surge could be a big issue here as our system approaches. Like that radar is not that good. Let's go to this one. So I'll leave the Florida radar on real quick. So it's important to note, even if we get a little bit of drying up on that upper IR, we still have a tornado threat, because look, this is what I posted earlier. This is the best friend right now you have. If you want to know what's coming, your radar is your best friend, because we're seeing these tails line up, and these are, this is always the case. We're seeing them coming in from the Gulf. All right, and with daytime heating today, these are actually going to get strong. Sometimes we get more tornadic activity a little bit away from shore, because once you get the effects of dry land, so that's the case. These are going to be moving in. We got a hefty line right here, and that's inching its way north. So this is your best friend right now if you're curious of what's going on in real time, the radar. It sounds silly, but that's the truth. So regardless of what that infrared shows, here's the center. We're going to have, we just got a shift check. Okay. We still are going to have surge to worry about coming in to Tampa Bay. So low-lying areas, we still have a 2 to 4 foot surge watch up, 2 to 4 foot. So that's, if you're in a low-lying area, that's something to watch about. So, hey Linda, how you doing? What's up, Whitney? So it is indeed following this front that's coming down. Timing, look at this. Timing, here's the official track. This one, we're going to have a new one here in about 15, 20 minutes. Look, Friday 1 p.m., gone. All right, it indeed got picked up by that front. This is back to last week's forecast. We got a front coming down. It's responding to that weakness, and it's going to be out of here. A lot of people's questions about the weekend. Well, tomorrow, we might have some lingering squalls tomorrow, but tomorrow, afternoon, it's going to be already nearing the other coast. So the roughest weather does appear now, leading up to if this continues to fizzle. Okay, remember we were showing these models showing an incredible fizzle right before. These models have sniffed that out, and it is indeed showing a fizzle. Might be happening before our eyes, right before landfall. So I'm surprised we don't have any flights right now in the storm. That's very odd to me. Here's another shot on Levi's site. But look, just incredible loss of convection in the last 3 hours. So that's interesting. So it's not strengthening as far as thunderstorms go. But like I said, don't let that fool you. It's still a tornado threat officially until 5 o'clock. We have tornado watch up for a big chunk here of the west coast of Florida, a lot of population here, and that's because of these lines that are coming in now. So don't get caught up on looking at these time markers, especially right here, 1 a.m. Thursday. Don't look at that, Tampa, because the squall lines are coming now towards Tampa. So the eye could be sitting right off the coast at 1 a.m., but in reality, the rough stuff's coming now. It's inching closer and closer and closer as these storms are well east and well north of our center. As far as satellite goes, it looks very impressive, right? You can see it. It looks like a hurricane. It's got the look. We got, full wraparound banding. We have tight inner core. We have plenty of cloud tops. Makes it look like a hurricane. It is a hurricane. But as far as actual juice goes, and you got to have convection to have strong intensification if it's going to do it, and it doesn't have it right now. No lightning. So we are getting this cell here showing up. You'll see it in the last frame right here. Stop right here. This little guy right here. That's kind of whipping around. So that's just watching in real time. I mean, it could be nothing. It could actually. I mean, there's an outside chance that if this thing continues to fall apart, that the worst is now, and we'll see. So, like I said, radar right now. I'm watching radar. We got a sleuth of warnings. These are put out by Weather Channel. Here's your 2 to 4 foot surge. We have severe thunderstorm forecast going into middle Orlando, obviously. That's great graphics by the Weather Channel. Here's some of your rain forecasts. Let's see if they have an updated one. Rain's not too bad. The latest Euro is definitely more aggressive on rainfall. Here's the latest. Remember we talked about this map last night? This map yesterday didn't show any West Florida. Now, obviously, we have 4 to 6 inches in yellow, pushing inland. So, the rain chance is definitely up, obviously. A lot different from last night as we get this inch its way in. So, individual areas, everybody's always worried about their individual areas. You just got to watch. You can't watch infrared right now because it looks terrible. You don't really know where the core of the system is. You got radar. Radar is really it at this point. And then of course you can look at wind alerts. A great site here for real-time wind information. And yes, we do see, some buoys out here starting to show that circulation. You can see it. We're getting east winds here. We're getting south winds. So there's obviously circulation somewhere here. There's keys blowing this way, so that's a good site for up-to-date winds. And the hurricane hunters, I'm sure, are heading back in soon. So they'll be watching it as this unfolds near landfall. So I just wish it was clearer. Let's see if we get a new update. Here's an update. Well, we're gonna get a new update here any second. So anyway, Bill Flack, cluster lightning just popped up. Let's take a look. This is kind of how you watch things in real time. I know I say it. It sounds stupid to say it over and over and over again, but that's what you do. There's a big cluster down that way. This is more the outer band. So this is strong cells coming in, but nothing really showing up near center right now. Let's go back here to that. So, Orlando, listen, the east side's the wet side, obviously. Let's go back to radar. Very, 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 very dry to the west of center. This is going to be moving fast. Here you go. Just follow the path. Very little rains on the west side of center. It's moving quick. It's going to be long gone, possibly tomorrow. Even though schools are canceling, I got this weird feeling that it might be blue sky here in Pinellas County. So yeah, flash flood makes sense. Hey, Mike Van, flash floods, yep. Go Eagles, Whitney. What's that? That's our high school. Storm hunting, Jaden? I don't know because I don't know. I guess obviously the strongest winds are near the center. We'll watch for any pops of thunderstorms near the center. I don't know. Obviously right now this is some pretty rough stuff coming in. I bet you the Storm Prediction Center probably has I bet you they have a little something on that right now. No, nothing yet. But that, it's a hefty little line of storms nearing. And let's examine that real quick because we got a lot of, this is some pretty rough stuff coming up currently north of Fort Myers here, and this band starting to set up. This one's going to be inching its way into Sarasota, Bradenton, up into Tampa Bay soon. And remember last night's high resolution model showed that this morning, early morning, we're going to start to see once they start getting a little bit of dry air, they can whip up some surprise little thunderstorms. So there is moisture out there. That's what's deceiving. We got the dry air to the west, but it's still got a little moisture bubble. That's why I think there's still a little chance that this could hang on. Let's take a look here. So here's a mid-level moisture, and you can see the dry air obviously coming in, but there's still a big moisture bubble, and there is still a little bit down this way from Cuba pulling up. So we could see some of this tack on the backside through the night tonight, and make its way up. So there is moisture, and and it is a hurricane, and we have a tornado watch. So those are things you got to take serious. The facts of what we got right now. We just looking from the outside looking in, we're seeing dry air really killing and choking off convection this morning. You can kind of see some hints of that dry air across right now, but you know. So yeah, again, watch it in real time. That's all we can do. Let's go back to Twitter. Let's see if there's anything fresh. That's kind of what I do now too. Now that we are coming in close to landfall, is looking at Twitter, and you know, here's South Florida, Matt from Wink News, coastal winds. This is Southwest Florida, 65 mile an hour, inland 45. Great link on my site too. People love it. Is this one right here? This is below the ensemble animated graph at the National Weather Service winds gust wave map. It's updated by the National Weather Service. So if you're really curious about when and where and what you might get according to official sources, again, we got to go on the official sources at this time, because they're the brains. They'll make adjustments if they need to. But here you go. This is 9 p.m. tonight. Just, for an example, 9 p.m. tonight, we could see the core of the system still, off the coast here. And then let's go forward to this is 9. This is let's see. Let's go to the site's always slow. Gotta be careful here. Let me use this opportunity to close Windows before I kill Chrome. Here's midnight. Let's see. All right, so here's 2 a.m. Let's see, because we got a lot of fans where I live. So let's see, 2 a.m. This is, let it zoom in here. Here's where the big winds could be tonight at 2 a.m. just off the coast here, St. Pete. So we'll see 5 a.m. Let's let this update. This is a good site. It's always loaded slow over the years. Terrible slow. There we go. Let's make sure that's correct. Let me zoom out here. In fact, let me reboot it. God, it's always such a slow site. Kills me. All right, so let's go back to noon or midnight. I keep saying noon, midnight, 12 o'clock. Might be down a little bit. Maybe all y'all clicked on it at the same time. So anyway, nighttime. So it's supposed to, the eye of the system is supposed to be directly off the coast of Tampa at 1 a.m. And I don't know why this site always does this. There we go. This is a little better. But there's 9 p.m. So, all right. Here we go. All right, everybody else. Stop clicking, Mike. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I yell at my kids about that. Click, 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 click. You can't, I got to be careful clicking. I clicked way too much. All right, let's see who that was. That was, I got to turn my phone off. I got 5,000 messages coming in. But listen, so Panhandle, again, this is very, 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 very small chance you're going to get anything out of this. It's going to cut through the Big Bend area southward, let's take a look at radar. Let's look at estimated radar. Even though the HRR is doing a good job, so let's take a look. Let's look at Florida. We'll see the latest radar estimates. Here's what it looks like. This is through. So let me stop it. This is through 2 a.m. tonight. So you just kind of see it. This is what the rains could look like. Let's show it on. You can't stop that one. So let's go to the actual one that I can slow down and click. Then we can look more at expected rain bands, and we'll go to the 12Z. All right. So just for fun, let's see. Let's look at noon. Let's look at noon today. That's through 2. So here's that heavy. That's that heavy band that we were just looking at. So noon today. I hate when it freaking does that. All right, so noon today. There you go. This is noon today. We obviously bands developing. We got the main bands inching in Tampa, Bradenton, Sarasota. Here's another band, Lakeland. This is 2-3 o'clock. Another hefty band still. So the HRR is a good model. I mean, even though we're seeing that infrared, these lower level rains don't show up on the infrared model. So this could be later today. Let's look at 4 p. Let's look at 6 p.m. tonight. The storm's speeding up. Now here's a pretty hefty. This is 10 p.m. tonight. Look, still banding down by the Keys. The eye getting very close to the central Florida West Coast. We got heavy bands, so this is going into tonight. Something to watch. Here's the eye, 11 p.m. midnight. So if the core remains intact, the eye should be directly west of Tampa, really, really close. We could have some pretty nasty winds and rains for west central Florida southward as the squall is still coming up. So this is midnight tonight. Now this is just one model, but at 1 o'clock in the morning it's going to get rough right over Pinellas. So, and then by tomorrow, let's just look for tomorrow just for fun. So here's 6 a.m. tomorrow. Look, this is 11 o'clock tomorrow. This is noon tomorrow. Look, so by noon, 1 o'clock tomorrow, very isolated. There'll be a few little guys hanging on, like, hey, don't forget me. I want to go. I want to come. Little hunter. So tomorrow at 5 o'clock, it's going to be gone. So it'll be rough in the morning. That's why the schools, they can't drive around in the school buses anyway. So that's it. Hey Brax, what's up? What's up, Becky? Tarp Springs, yes. I mean, with this track, even here at midnight, the heaviest stuff is going to be pushing, obviously, the strongest winds. But we're going to have these rain bands develop all night. Even, we got to go with the models. HRR does a really good job hourly. So despite all that dry air that we're looking at, we still have to, let's see if the 11 o'clock came out yet. Nope. Discussion. Nope. We'll have a new discussion any second. And I'm sure they're going to talk about possible weakening. So anyway, all right. Yep, Whitney, correct. Schools are out all across the West Coast. They probably shouldn't even have sent them today. What a cluster that is, man. You get an email right after you send them. Like we got an email for high school that they're coming home now, 10 o'clock, and our youngest just got on the bus, and she comes home at noon. So they should have just closed it. Thank you, Krista. Savannah, Georgia, Charlotte. Listen, yeah. I mean, let's just go back to. This is the best look. We'll just leave this play. I mean, this is through. Let's go to the 12Z because it's longer. But look, here's our front coming in, and this is through tonight. It doesn't go that far. Why can't we get my 12Z? It only goes out 12 hours. Let's go. Let's do. I guess we'll do NAM. Well, we go to Levi's site, Travel Tidbits. He's got a good lower resolution or higher resolution 3km NAM, and we can go to the southeast here and take a look. So here's a good estimation of what you might expect rain-wise. This is obviously here's tomorrow. 7 in the morning. Here's our front. That's a pretty hefty line of rain showers. That's kind of what we had the storms developing yesterday in more of the Midwest North. But look, so could get a little nasty. This is Thursday. All right, so here's Thursday afternoon and Thursday overnight. So yeah, we could have you could have a little nasty weather here Thursday night. And then Outer Banks, and then it moves on out of here. So, this is Friday morning. So it's a today tomorrow event. Friday morning should be gone. So anyway, Uh, so high winds, St. Augustine, Masters. Well, here you go. Friday morning, gone. So might rain a little bit tomorrow, but Friday, this thing's gonna be gone. So anyway, hey, from the Keys, Millie, what's up? Shallow Shelf, yeah, Bill. That's why we got 2 to 4 foot, surge. Flooding potential here, obviously from the rains coming in. We got what other graphics? So I got all this stuff updated. Here's your surge map. Right above it, you got your current surge watches and warnings. If you want to know, right now we're just under a surge watch. We have storm surge inundation links, so we can see the current thinking on where the heaviest surge could be. So we're already getting little spots here. This is live. This is storm surge inundation, which is right here. Inundation. It's kind of a live look at the current track and what you might get. So little spots here across Pinellas and actually a little bit farther north. Newport Richey. Still getting some in Homosassa Springs, so this is because all this water is being pushed northeast. So that's live if you want to take a look at that. So smash that thumb up, Mike Soul. Matt, did we just get an update? So maybe we just got the new 11 o'clock update. Let's take a look. So here's your 10 o'clock update. Let's see. Expected to weaken a little bit. Not much though. 70 mile an hour. All right, so it's a hurricane still, obviously. However, it's more ragged. So northeast. It's merging with the front. Track is relatively same. It's possible that it has peaked intensity due to the rapid erosion of convective pattern in the eye. However, there's a band of strong convection in the northeast quadrant, which represents surface winds. So they're expecting a gradual weakening and fast mover. So danger of life storm surge from Bonita Beach to Swanee River, including Tampa Bay, Charlotte Harbor. Hurricane force winds possible along the west coast, Anna Maria Island to Yankeetown this evening, early Thursday. Heavy rainfall, obviously, is possible. So no big changes. They're not expecting a rapid. Here we go. This is new. So there's your wind field. They're actually keeping the wind field tight around the eye. This is fresh. Here's the latest map. So supposed to be right off the coast of Tampa at 70 miles an hour tonight, 1 a.m. So, they're keeping up with it. So, even though the, 70 mile an hour right off the coast, then landfall 65 mile, or really weakening there, 50 miles an hour after landfall. Somewhere up here, kind of the Big Bend, Homosassa Springs area. So, technically, landfall close to Homosassa Springs, just skirting along Clearwater, obviously here, looking here, but so that's kind of expected, I guess. So slow weakening. I'm sure they're watching it in real time too, wondering what the heck's going on. But the big winds are definitely, hurricane winds extend out a little bit actually. Right here. So they're showing decent hurricane winds coming out of this right now. So here's your zigzag path, by the way. Zigzag. There's your tropical storm force winds. There's your hurricane winds, and kind of just moving right along. The front's coming along, picking it up. Kind of expected. So I think the only shocker in all this has been the IR satellite this morning. Everything else is, but this is what's got my attention. Like, where did it go? Playing peekaboo. So yeah, Invest 98, Elisa. I got all that stuff on there. Not looking too healthy this morning. Here's some spaghetti models on Invest 98. Still showing Central America, or spaghetti models. But we are looking at models suggesting strengthening for Invest 98. So we'll focus on that more after today. That's a long way down the road. That's even crossing over, I think. So we got that. We got that down there to watch. Invest 98 could be IOTA. Here you go. This little guy right here is at 80% chance in 5 days. But let's focus on Hurricane Ada right now. So individual questions. I don't know what to tell you. This we got everything on here. It's pretty cut and dry. Now it's just a matter of watching in real time what's coming, and watch this core. This is obviously where the heaviest winds are. We got a little band right here that just showed up. See that? It's kind of what we saw with Ada down in Key Largo. You get these little last second little bands pop up around the center. There's definitely plenty of moisture down there, at least to continue the rains. And the pressure's low, 984. That's pretty low pressure for only a 75-mile-an-hour hurricane. So there you go. I can't give. Oh, there's Fort Outage map, Shelly. Yep. So hey, there you go. Aaron, yep. What's up, Aaron Jackson? What's up, Wyota? Is that a Three Stooges thing? I don't know. Three Stooges? Is that what they said? Wyota? Wyota. Wyota. Is that what it was? I don't know. I remember watching this. They used to sandwich the Three Stooges in between Looney Tunes. So it's IOTA? Why IOTA? I thought it was IOTA. So yeah, Amanda, definitely amazing to see that convection go poof. That's incredible. Hey, what's up, Yohel? Wind should be high, Bobby. They're expecting 70 mile an hour right off the coast of Tampa Bay at 1 o'clock in the morning. Fresh spaghetti models are definitely, obviously of a group. These are 12Zs on the tropical tidbits. I mean, pretty cut and dry. I don't know how the spaghetti models screwed up so bad there a day ago. That front was always coming. So that's it, right? So Steve, you see a little convection burst? Yeah, maybe. I need a good high resolution at this point. I don't know if it's a little too far for radar to really get good stuff on yet. But yeah, so wherever the eye is, regardless of what it looks like out here, these are going to be your strongest winds around the center. So that's what we got to watch, how close it gets to the coast overnight. And obviously Homosassa could take 70 mile an hour ish, and that's going to knock power down. We're going to have power outages. Prepare for that. Let's see. Heavy squalls, tropical storm force winds spreading onshore the southeast coast of Florida. Currently, storm surge warning now. That's new. So our watches have been replaced with warnings for storm surge. That would be Oh, they don't even have the map on there. They took it off. Where'd it go? It's gone. They must be updating it. They're updating the graphic. But now we got storm surge warning up. There you go. There's your warning. That's a big chunk. So storm surge warning up from South Cape Coral upwards. So everything in pink, storm surge warning right now. That can't be right. Storm surge warning in New Orleans? I don't know. Whitney, you in there? Is that right? We got storm surge warnings in the upper Gulf? I don't know about that. Hey, no, we got time for that. Let's see. No, they're not showing up on this one. That's got to be a glitch. So here's some of what you can expect. This is where I live, obviously Oldsmar. Look at that. Ooh. So all that water gets pushed up into the bay here. So that's, you know, if you're in the flooding area here, you could, you know, we could see, you know, four foot above. So, you know, or actually 5 foot. This is overnight, or tomorrow actually. That's 4 foot. What am I doing here? So peak would be tomorrow, or tonight, overnight, obviously. So yeah, anyway, there's your updated map from the Sierra site, showing you, you know, here's some of the surge up this neck of the woods too, Pine Island, Weeki Wachee. So that's a good map. That is located right here. Coastal storm surge map. So, what in the drunk donkey surge warning? Yeah, Whitney. Breezy in Sarasota, hurricane god. Yes, surge St. Pete. Well, 2 to 4 foot. I mean, the official numbers. Remember, surge is so hard to predict. Oh, that's up to 3 to 5 foot now. Ooh, so that increased. That's quite a bit, 3 to 5. So 3 to 5 foot now, Anclote River southward. So that's interesting to note. So that increased a little bit. Let me post that real quick. Storm surge warnings. Surge warnings now with some increase expected along the Florida west coast. Storm surge warnings now with some increase expected along the Florida west coast. How about that? And I will post that real quick on my page, Mike's Weather page. So, chat frozen. Let me refresh my chat. See if it comes up. And then I'm gonna post this real quick. So there's that post. Okay. Sandbags, I type fast. That's because I got spaghetti models trained. Nine times out of 10, I screw up though. So anyway, so listen. So 2 things. Mitchell's, it's getting sucked up by that front. So we got squall lines right now. Obviously, you're sneaking up on a lot of folks that didn't know they were coming. These are happening now. This is live. So these are going to be happening all day. Pretty much everybody's going to get something. These lines are, you know, rolling in all across. You know, not obviously not as much, but the core of the system. You know, just draw a line, kind of like that. Maybe, you know, as far as rains go. That's one part of the story, is the rains and squalls, which can produce tornadoes and water spouts. Any of these little guys down here can produce water spouts, and you know they do. But the second story is the eye wall, and the eye wall storms right here will be what the strongest winds are, and depending on how close it gets to Tampa, along here, making that final landfall. So this part is more midnight, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, as far as that goes. So, right. Barbara, you like to comment? That's good. What should I do? I mean, we're gonna chase. This is my buddy Dusty is making me a shirt or a sticker. I don't know what we're gonna do with it, but look, that's pretty funny. We're gonna make this a memory because I kept calling it the zigzagging storm. We've been calling it zigzagging now for a week, and if you look at the hurricane, the latest track, look at this. this is your zigzagging. Look at that Z. Zorro. We said Zorro. Bzz, bzz, bzz. That's what we got. So this will be one to remember. Boom, boom, boom. And it seems like forever ago we were talking about it making landfall in Central America, right? What the hell, man? Look at this thing. It almost, what's it? What is it? What is that? Does that spell anything? No. All right. So anyway, we're not pinpointing locations. It did not fizzle. Jennifer, it didn't really fizzle out. It's probably peaked intensity as far as winds go. I'm very curious on the pressure though. Pressure. Low pressure. If it can maintain under 990 pressure, then we can have a pretty intense little eye wall that could be a little sneaky. Power outages. We're gonna have power outages. I wonder if they posted that yet. Let's see. Weather Channel's always good about posting power outage maps. One, my buddy Dennis. I can't believe people think Dennis doesn't like me. We're buddies. We're brothers from another mother. Where did I see Dennis post that? Maybe it was his Facebook page, probably. Let's check Dennis out. Let me close some windows here. But there, power outages very likely. I mean, I'll just draw it. This is what they'll look like. I mean, in a nutshell. Let me show you. This will be what they show. Let me turn off all these little layers and stuff here. But power outages likely they'll show something like this. Likely, like this. And then it'll probably say possible. So it's going to get power outages. Guaranteed. Going to have trees down. If you're close to that eye wall, if it doesn't weaken, which they're not expecting it to weaken, the winds are going to be there regardless of what the infrared looks like. You're going to get winds down. You're going to get, you're going to get trees down. I mean, you're going to get power lines. Me and Phil saw plenty of power lines down in Key Largo. Plenty. Matter of fact, I think I got a picture. We lost internet for a little while while we were driving. So I took a lot of pictures, but this is what you're going to see a lot of. Trees fall down on power lines. Just like that. That's how you get your power outages. And I definitely saw plenty of that the last couple of chases that we've had. Luckily the power came back quick though. So, all right. So anything, let's see. Oh man, that's fine. I appreciate that. Tracy, yeah, very windy in Venice, yes. Which direction the wind's coming? Well, Susan, good question. It all depends on where you are. Just remember, everything's counterclockwise, so the winds are going to be, following the storm like this. These are your winds. Coastal winds as the center comes up. They could be your strongest because A, they don't have anything restricting them out in the water. B, it's close to the core, so it's got the lowering pressure, and that's going to be pushing in the water tonight. storm surge is now up now to 3 to 5 foot. So it's significant enough that we could see some flooding. 3 to 5 foot is, 5 foot. 5 foot. Hey, Mike, I live down there, man. Used to hang out there with some girlfriends from high school. Wink, wink. Georgia, you're going to get some rains passing through quick tomorrow. Carolina's quick with our approaching front, and by Friday, everything should be almost gone. So, Sandy, good question. I don't know. I'll have to look for one for you. You're worried about driving at 5, Reagan? Well, just just a lot of this is just normal afternoon thunderstorm stuff right now. I mean, not normal, but like stronger end stuff. So what I'd be worried more about would be flooding, hydroplaning, roads with water. So you got to be careful. Again, if you're in any area close to the eye, charge your phones right now. Charge your phones, right? Charge all your portable battery packs that you got, if you got any. If you got a generator, go start it now, because a lot of times they get gummed up from sitting. You might have to clean the carburetor out if you're handy. Make sure it starts. Go get some gas, fresh gas. You never know. If you got a generator, never run it in the garage ever, 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 ever. That's a lot of deaths from hurricane-related deaths aren't from the storm anymore. It's from generators. Other notes. We have a supporter page for Facebook supporters. Shelly works on that all the time. We have a lot of great comments and storm prep. I know we have Rich Hall. He's a ex-weather dude, or maybe still is, but he's always posting good stuff. And if you're shopping for a generator, we got to support our guys, man. They support me. Furman, these guys are great. Don't go anywhere else. Furman, I'm telling you, they have the coolest stuff on the planet. They're just amazing. It's like guy stuff. It's like watching Home Improvement. Remember what Tim Taylor used to say? So I was going to Google that. I don't want to get too... We'll say the crazy shenanigans for later. A little too late now, but, we got companies that support us that are in the industry, like Floodbud. Probably a time you wish you had Floodbud if you're in a low-lying area, rather than going to get sandbags right now. Something to think about for next season. That way you're not, I've already seen a bunch of people comment, where do I go get sandbags? Where do I get sandbags? Well, I don't know. It's to me, it's a little late for these counties and cities. They were probably not ready for this. Well, they got big old convective bursts over Tampa right now, but so we're watching for any signs. I'm starting to see a little bit, maybe a little bit, but not the scary look that we saw earlier this morning. So that's good news. But there is plenty of moisture out there, so not discrediting anything. It's a hurricane right now. Expected to weaken a little bit before landfall. Rain, tornadoes, all that stuff. See if the hurricane hunters have taken off yet. Not yet. So I'm sure they're waiting on one final mission as they head in. So it's funny. Like you could look at infrared or visible satellite here. This is Weather Nerds. It looks like a classic hurricane, right? So it's just the cold cloud tops that generally produce thunderstorms are not there, and we're starting to see a little sign of maybe even a naked swirl. So that convection is going to have to stay close to center. And again, the models did miraculous, showing a weakening of this thing on approach. And a lot of that's this dry air, man. It's not so much the cold water below, it's this dry air. The water is plenty warm enough that it could have sustained a Category 2+ hurricane. at this point. It's just this dry air just wrapped around and really choked off some of this early morning intensification. So there you have it. You know, we again can't stress enough this national weather.gov site. Click on your individual area if you need up-to-date information. Current radar, pretty hefty band setting up here just off the coast of Fort Myers, Naples, getting close to Sarasota. The heaviest stuff is still offshore down south by the eye. We're going to see if there's any signs of, you know, squall lines around the eye. That'll be the most intense winds and storms later this evening. So as our eye comes here, you know, we'll be looking at midnight or, you know, 10, 11 o'clock tonight. This eye and what, you know, the stronger stuff and the surge will be what we're watching as this approaches later this afternoon tonight. So that was one big run-off sentence. Hey, Mike Soul, naked swirl with moisture. And a great site to see your this cyclonic weather site. Alex is his name. He's got a great red, green, blue visible satellite that really shows what's going on. And you can see the circulation clear as day. But you can see the upper clouds are struggling right now. So that's interesting, right? So some of the heaviest weather is definitely happening now for a lot of folks. We'll see if this thing can maintain a core. It's gonna be tough, man. It just doesn't look that impressive. But we'll see. I showed them the water vapor loops. There's still moisture out here, so low pressure will somehow find a way to keep this hanging on, at least in the short term. Because 984 is low. Anyway, all right. So anything? How wide, Terry? Well, you know, right now it's hard to measure. I mean, here's Florida. This is it. Dry to the west. You know, however wide Florida is. I don't know the mile marker on I-4. A little wobble, Trisha. Yeah, we're gonna get these little wobbles. It's definitely, you know, reacting to a couple things. Here's the lower level winds. We can take a look. Kind of where the center is. So the actual center, you know, is still off coast. Obviously, 500 is really displaced right now. It's not perfectly stacked by any means. The middle atmosphere is a little elongated here, indicating a little bit of lack of organization, a little bit. So the core, you know, center is a little north of middle. Yeah. What else we got? We can look at some more water vapor loops here. Yeah. Don't know. Watch it real time. That's all I can say. Look at the official forecast. And here's 11 o'clock. 10 o'clock now. Tropical storm warnings up. Storm surge warnings up. Tornado watch up. So that's it. Now we just got to sit back, watch, wait, and see, like I say. Right? Me too. I don't know, Jim Cantori, Linda. Let's see if he posts anywhere. Last time I tweeted him and asked, oh, that's Facebook. Last time I tweeted him and asked him where he was going. I don't know. He was just down in Marco Island. Let's see. Did he post anything 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago? Nope, not really. We can tweet him. Hey man. You coming back to Florida? We'll see if he comments on that. Dogs are snoring. Here's a video from Matt from Wink. He's a fan of ours. I'm a fan of his. Nothing's there though. What happened? video is black. Why is that? My screen, his screen. Let's see. Hey, look at that, Veterans Day. That was the same image I used. Here's the core collapse. Man, what a look at this. This is unheard of. Just bam! I've never seen it. Well, we saw it in Texas a few years ago. Some storm got eaten up by dry air. Remember that out in Texas? Just crazy, man. I mean, it absolutely just went poof. Crazy. But we still got storm surge warnings. We still have tornado watch. So, you know, can't discredit anything. Reed Timber just posted tornado threat. Well, tornado threat. See, I just said it could be weakening. Then we got. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to discredit anything about the storm. Looks can be deceiving. Listen, anytime you got low pressure, I'm telling you. If it didn't have 984 pressure, I'd be saying. If it was 1,000 millibars right now, I'd be like nothing. But 984 is significant in my opinion, as far as hurricane stuff. But anyway, here's Reed Timmer just posted. Approaching next 2 hours, he says. Low level wind shear increasing. Dry air helping. So this is I can look at that. We can look at that. Here's that line. Wow, I'm gonna be storm chasing like now. Holy crap! I can get my game on. This is some of the talking about shear. Tampa Bay, highest value for Tampa Bay. Oh boy! Holy cow, man! Tornadoes. You can see that too on the HRR. Sometimes starts showing some parameters like that. We can look at some of the shear values and instability. And did I just click there? What did I do? What did I do? All right, let's take a look at the HRR because they have some values we can look at. Cape surface. Some of the shear values we can look at. Let's see. Is it updated yet? So, I mean, there's could be. There's noon time, 1 o'clock, noon, 1 o'clock. Supercells, we could have some right here. Noon. So, yeah, I mean, just thinking that could be it, though. I mean, I don't know. Just wondering. I'm just wondering if that's it. I wonder if that cell's all we got to worry about. But I'm not going there yet. But there's, that's live radar. So this is the hefty cell that we're watching, obviously. This guy right here, which we can see. So that's, that could be the story maker, if that's indeed the last little hurrah it's got left as far as moisture goes. This guy right here. So this might be, this all's pushing north. Tampa Bay right here. It's just off the coast right now. So we'll see what this little guy's got. It's pretty hefty. So there. All right. All right. It's coming for me. Yep. I'm going on the road, Don. Yep. Not going to be too bad a night, Shelly. We did good. We should be past the worst. Hell, maybe I'll go all the way to Homosassa Springs. I don't know. So yeah, that's it. I can't tell you anything more, right? I mean, everything's happening in real time right now. So definites that we know, it's moving northeast soon. It's moving fast. It's going to be gone by the weekend. It's going to be gone for most folks tomorrow with lingering rain. So whatever we got is happening now and tonight. in the early morning hours. By Friday, it looks like most everybody's gone, and plenty of drinking for the weekend. Anthony, the convection collapsed because there was a lot of dry air, and it actually dry air chokes moisture, and when you don't have moisture, you can't produce thunderstorms. So that's was always there, a big old dry pocket. And again, the models did phenomenal predicting this as far as last second weakening. When the weakening was the big question, and it still is, because we still have threats through the day here today. Question will be, does this eye regain any sort of convection? And we'll, that's where you just watch real time and see. Just see if we start getting any little pops back where center is. Right now, it doesn't look like it, but I still think we might have a little bit more popping to keep that core a little, keep it at least strong before landfall tonight. So, all right, you guys, appreciate being there. I will be live probably for this next squall line coming through Tampa Bay. And that'll be around noontime. So I'll be watching that close. In fact, I'll get my radar stuff working here, and we'll start to see it. And here it is. Here it is. There's the squall that we're watching, and we'll see. All right. There you go. All right. So I'll see everybody live. Who knows when? But stay safe out there. Pay attention. Tornado watches in effect till 5. Storm surge warnings are now up, and the potential for strong winds overnight. So stay alert. All right. We'll see you guys. Bye bye.